Welcome, 8th graders, to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to be hanging out with you today. We're setting the stage for a massive, and I mean massive, milestone in your academic journey, Performance and Presentations Week. Over the next few minutes, we're going to unpack exactly what it takes to deliver, gracious presentations and how to offer really constructive feedback to your peers. It's going to be a fantastic journey of learning, so let's get right to it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Why do we even have to give presentations? I mean, we've all been there, right? Your heart beats a little faster, your palms get super sweaty, and you catch yourself thinking, can't I just hand in a written essay instead? It is completely 100% normal to feel a bit of anxiety about public speaking. But understanding the core reason behind why we do this, it changes absolutely everything about the experience.
Section 1. Stepping into the spotlight. The why of presenting. So, we're going to completely reframe how we look at standing up in front of a room. It's not some scary ordeal. It's definitely not a punishment. Actually, scratch that. It's more like an incredibly exciting opportunity. You have a voice, you have ideas, and this is your moment to step right into the spotlight and be the effective communicator you're meant to be. A presentation is actually both a test and a celebration of your learning. I really want you to notice that word, celebration. Standing up in front of your class isn't just about grabbing a grade or checking boxes off a teacher's rubric. It's a joyful, vibrant celebration of all the hard work, the late-night research, the whole shebang that you've poured into your project. Think of it as your academic victory lap. You've done the heavy lifting, and now you get to share the rewards.
And this brilliantly illustrates the heart of what our source material teaches. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16 says, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." We're connecting the physical act of speaking to a much deeper spiritual metaphor here. You've been given a totally unique light, a unique perspective, and a specific set of talents. Presenting isn't about showing off to the room. No way. It's about confidently shining your God-given light so others can genuinely benefit from the awesome knowledge you've uncovered.
So why does presenting matter so much for you right now? Well, first, stepping up to that podium builds real, lifelong courage that you're going to take straight into adulthood. Every single time you push past those butterflies in your stomach, your confidence muscle grows. Second, it strengthens your everyday communication skills. Skills you're going to use in high school, college, and literally every single day of your career. More than that, it gives you a platform to share your unique message. You get to connect deeply with your listeners, looking them right in the eye and bringing them into your thought process. Ultimately, you have the power to truly inspire your audience with what you've learned. It's a real game changer.
Section 2. Mastering your presentation skills. The how of presenting.
All right, we know the why. Now let's hit the how. Here are 5 actionable steps for your toolbox to conquer the podium with absolute confidence. First, engage with a question. This is a huge secret of great public speakers. Opening with a question instantly grabs the room's attention and pulls them right into your world. Second, make strong eye contact to build a true connection. Third, make sure you speak clearly. Articulate your words so the folks in the very back row can hear your brilliant ideas. Fourth, use natural gestures to emphasize your points. Seriously, don't stand there like a statue. Hand movements bring incredible energy to your words. And finally, smile and show enthusiasm. If you're genuinely excited about your topic, your audience is going to naturally mirror that excitement.
Let's pause for a quick homework check here. Why is making eye contact important during a presentation? I want you to actively think about that for a second, because it's absolutely vital for your assignments this week. Eye contact isn't just some arbitrary rule your teacher made up. It builds a psychological bridge directly to your audience. It tells them, hey, I see you, and I'm speaking directly to you. It creates immediate trust and keeps them completely engaged in the story you're telling.
Section 3. The art of receiving feedback. The feedback loop. Part 1.
Okay, let's lower the energy just a bit here. Take a deep breath with me, and let's move to the post-presentation phase. You've just finished speaking, the applause happens, and you return to your seat. Now comes the feedback loop. This is where the real, lasting growth happens. So how do you gracefully receive peer evaluations? First off, you have to listen with an open mind. You're listening to gain valuable insights for future improvement, not to defend your choices. And please, remember this incredibly crucial point. Feedback is a wonderful tool designed solely to help you grow. It is absolutely not a personal criticism of who you are. It's just helpful information to make you an even better speaker next time around. Time for another homework check. How should you respond to peer feedback? I really want you to reflect on this, as it directly ties to your upcoming assignments. Having the right, open mindset is everything when you're hearing critiques. You respond not by getting defensive, but by being grateful and receptive.
Think of it like accepting a gift. Your peers took the time to listen to you and offer advice to help you polish your skills. A simple, "Thank you, I'll work on that," really does go a long way.
Section 4. Giving constructive and kind feedback. The feedback loop, Part 2.
Now let's flip the perspective entirely. You are no longer the one who just presented. You're sitting in the audience evaluating a peer's performance. How do you handle that immense responsibility? Giving gracious feedback is a vital skill for both your academic success and your personal relationships down the road. To do this well, you need to be specific and positive. Always point out your classmates' strengths first. Tell them what they did wonderfully. Then, respectfully suggest just 1 or 2 areas for improvement. Overwhelming them with a massive laundry list of corrections? Yeah, that isn't helpful. Your goal is to build them up, never to tear them down.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is noticing the exact difference between praising a specific strength and gently correcting. For positive peer feedback, you might say something like, "I liked your use of visuals because they made the topic clear." That tells the speaker exactly what works so they can repeat that success. For constructive suggestion, you could say, "Next time, you might speak a little louder so everyone can hear." It's helpful, it's incredibly polite, and it gives them a clear, actionable target for their next presentation without making them feel bad at all.
Here's a final point of reflection for your homework. Why should feedback be specific? Consider why vague comments like "you did good" or "it was boring" aren't helpful to anyone. Specificity gives your peers an actual usable roadmap for how to improve. When you say exactly why something worked or didn't work, you provide clarity. By answering this thoughtfully in your homework, you are solidifying your ability to be a genuinely helpful, supportive classmate.
Section 5. Education, Morality, and Mind. The Big Picture.
Let's zoom out to see how all these pieces finally come together. The Godly Learner series intertwines biblical morality with education to create a complete, healthy foundation. Learning the physical mechanics of presenting, the eye contact, the natural gestures, the clear speaking, it must be paired with strong values, kindness, and moral graciousness for any of those skills to truly matter in the real world. Being a skilled speaker is only half the equation. Being a speaker of high moral character, well, that's what completes it.
So the crucial point is this warning in our source material: education without morality will hurt. This is an earnest reminder about the dangers of acquiring knowledge without developing character. Think about it. If you know how to speak powerfully, command a room, and persuade an audience, but you use those words to deceive or tear people down, that education becomes genuinely harmful. Morality has to be the compass that guides your education, ensuring your communication skills are always used to uplift and bring light to others.
Let's move to and see how this builds on that foundation. Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 7 promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps his or her mind spiritual. Think about how this connects directly back to that public speaking anxiety we talked about at the very beginning of this explainer. True, deep peace, the kind that calms your sweaty palms, steadies your racing heart, and gives you quiet confidence at the podium, ultimately comes from a spiritually focused, grounded mind. When you know your purpose is to share your light graciously, the fear really does begin to fade.
And we conclude our explainer today with this powerful, provocative question drawn straight from our source material. What's the point of being smart and supposedly educated if you continue to make choices that hurt? I want to leave you 8th graders pondering that very thought today. The true purpose of your education isn't just to pass a test or give a perfectly timed presentation. It's to build a foundation of deep knowledge and unwavering character that allows your light to shine brightly in the world. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today, and I absolutely cannot wait to see your amazing presentations.